Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to Wrestle Rock with Rick Connor.
What the F was that entire freaking promo about?
Mark Hallbacher.
She's like the James Ellsworth of women.
And Corey Castle.
I look like Paul London and Brian Kendrick mixed.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of RASSLE Rock. If you're watching us live on YouTube, the guy buried face deep in I don't even know what that is, in his car. That's Mark. He's working on his car today. So,
welcome to a beautiful day.
Mark's actually fixing. He actually saw a healthcare worker. The car broke down. He's fixing a healthcare worker's car. So I mean, I don't know who the real hero is: the healthcare worker or Mark fixing the car of the healthcare worker.
I applaud them both.
I don't know if he's a math.
Telling you.
And he's a military veteran. So who's the hero? I don't know.
He's just a big old stack of heroes. That guy.
Big old stack of heroes going over there. Big old stack of Americana.
Piling up the heroism.
And they're in line at the grocery store. So I don't know who to clap for. I don't know who to clap for in this.
Welcome to Matt Flowers. If anyone's watching live on YouTube, give a little high thumbs up to Matt Flowers being returned to RASSLE Rock for this exciting edition.
Yeah, man. Welcome back, man. Big thumbs up from Matt there.
Literally the biggest thumbs up I could give.
No thumb. Yeah. All right, man. We got a lot of stuff going through today. The big news that just dropped yesterday or the day before. Money in the bank.
Hit that cough button.
Yeah, we got to get a cough button.
I do have a mute button. Sorry about that.
It's all right. Don't worry about it. It happens.
Not sorry.
But both Money in the Bank ladder matches will be happening at the same exact time, both the men's and the women's, as they go through Titan Towers there. What do you guys think about this?
That's news to me. I didn't know.
Yeah, they announced it on SmackDown.
I still don't think it's true, but.
Oh, it was announced by WWE. This wasn't,
It's so dumb. Why?
They got a big enough. I mean, it's it's a big enough place, I guess. Might as well have them. Both.
I feel like that takes away from it. Like the attention. Like there's already 6 people in each match. Mm-hmm. Where are we going to be able to? What are we going to focus our energy on? What are we going to focus our attention on?
It's going to be like War Games with the 60 men in the ring, and there's like 3 cameras, and I get that they're trying to make like these masterpieces now. So maybe, do you guys think they're going to film everything beforehand and edit it together to look like they're going on at this time?
Hopefully they've already filmed it.
This is probably.
I just don't see the point. That's my problem. I don't care either way. I think it's going to be a great, unexpectedly great show. Mm-hmm. Because it'll be first time ever, but I just don't see the point. I think that's my only thing.
Well, it's going to be along the lines of like how they did the Boneyard match, how they did the Firefly Funhouse match, where it's all cinematic, all shot beforehand and edited together in post. But I'm assuming it's because they don't want to have to do that twice. Simple as that. I think it's just, they're going to run out of things to do. It's the same match.
Well, why don't they only have one match per night then, Rick?
Yeah.
I don't think they only have one match per night because nobody, can do the same thing. Because nobody's creative anymore. Yeah, nobody's talented.
I mean, they could take a big break and do a 2-night event like they did with WrestleMania. Do that with Money in the Bank and have the women be one night and the men's be the next.
Or why do you need to have a women's and men? Like, just have one, either a men or women's.
Just mix them together.
That's what I said. I said, if somebody wins, are they going to be like, if Shinsuke Nakamura wins, is he going to want to challenge the NXT Women's Champion, like, with the Money in the Bank briefcase? Or that's what I'm saying. There's no point to it.
I think there's 2 briefcases is what's happening. I don't think it's one briefcase. It's one for each.
1 second.
It stinks.
Hi, Corey. It stinks. It stinks, and I don't like it.
I'd rather watch Mark, fix my car.
He's going to town here, man. He's getting that job done. I told him to unmute when he gets a chance, just so we're not, it's very distracting to watch. Hang on a second, let me unmute Mark here. Go ahead, Mark.
I was gonna say, I've been like talking. I didn't even know you guys had me fully muted here.
Yeah. Just so it's not, super distracting. It's distracting enough to work on a car while we're
I'm sorry.
It's all right, man. It's done. What do you think about the match?
I mean is, I think what I think they're going to do with the match is it's to not get to stop from being bored. Like, you know, another Edge Randy Orton issue, they'll cut to different parts of the building and different people fighting and doing different stuff. Yeah, that's true. I noticed that too with like after, because the first empty match was Orton and Edge right at WrestleMania, and then like that week they did Gargano and Ciampa, and it's like, what else to do? And then AEW had a freaking empty arena match, and it's just like, what else? So I kind of agree with that, but I think that's the only thing they're doing. Then my point is, don't have two ladder matches. You know what I mean? I know what you mean. Yes.
Since it's gonna be in the corporate office, and not near a ring, it's not really like any like. I wish they'd like cut through like a grocery store, like Booker T in Austin.
Yeah, do you think they have like a cafeteria section where there's like a whole, whatever that?
Probably.
Yeah,
that'd be cafe section.
Yeah, that'd be cool to see something like that. You know, they're going to destroy the place no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they're getting a new office, so they can wreck the place they want.
Yeah.
Building a new office.
Yeah. When do you guys think they'll be having live shows again? Because apparently Florida, Oklahoma, I think was another state that they said they're ready to have like live sporting events again. And the NFL put out a press release saying they're going for the planned season. So, well, I see the NFL coming back. We're looking at maybe early summer, and it's just hopefully all over.
Damn, Mark, you ratchet, yo.
Philadelphia got pushed back again due to the fact that we're a bunch of idiots and we won't stay inside, won't stop hanging out in groups. So, Mark, you gotta use a Phillips head screwdriver. I'm moving 19 millimeter bolts off a bumper. I don't think I need a Phillips head. Is this your car, Mark? Yes. Okay, cool.
He really just treated you like a real dingus.
Yeah. By the way, I've been watching a lot of that just brought up a good point. I've been watching a lot of WCW Saturday nights on the network. Have you watched any of them from like '93? No, have you ever watched it when you were a kid?
Yeah, I watched it when I was a child.
Okay, dude, there's this team called the Blackhearts. Have you ever heard of them in WCW?
Yes.
They wore masks. Dude, it's like the weirdest jobber tag team ever. I thought it was like in May 1993. So I go, all right, let me watch this. And it starts out with like these two. I thought I was watching like an art porn or something. Like I didn't know what I was watching. Like I was like, did I accidentally like put on like Pornhub or something? And no, it was this tag team. They do this like weird, and they have smoke, and you really have to watch it. It's fascinating.
Were they making the weird noises that they do in the ring?
Yeah. Like Did you see it, Mark? Mark knows what I'm talking about.
I know. I remember the Blackhearts when I was a kid, and they made like a weird...
need to find out. Yeah, I need to find out who they were, and then they just disappeared. Like they were only on a couple episodes, and they disappeared. I need to find out who they are. I'm gonna investigate.
Yeah, and they made a bunch of weird screeching noises when they would wrestle.
And they made a symbol. They made like a triangle symbol.
Yes.
Yeah. Mark knows what I'm talking about.
Who did they were just calling guys vaginas. That's all that was. That was the triangle symbol.
Who did they work?
Intimidating your opponents.
I don't know. They were kind of like flabby, and
of course they
could have been anybody. Could have been like could have been like any 1990 WCW jobbers.
Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, that was WCW. You're either roided out of your mind or a slob. There was like no in between.
That's my wrestling. Make wrestling great
Ow.
Oh, speaking of roided out slobs, the bump from the WrestleMania sign at WrestleMania. Thinks he sprained something, pulled something. He's got to get x-rayed on TV recently. Injuries from WrestleMania. The triple threat ladder match had Jimmy Uso suffering a knee injury. He's going to be out for 6 to 9 months.
Wow, shit.
Oh, that sucks.
Well, you know what? Good, because I'm so happy that the Forgotten Sons got called up because they were doing the same New Day, Miz and Morrison, Jimmy and Jake. Who cares anymore?
And that.
So I'm actually rooting for the Forgotten Sons.
And that good.
Well, then they had the Lucha House Party win, and then they did nothing with them.
Yeah.
Could have done something with the Lucha House Party.
Yeah, they need to change it up by promoting these new teams.
Well, my the last party is going to be four-way tag team title match. They've gotten Sons and Miz and Morrison. So they're switching it up a little bit, but it's still a lot of the same team. I mean, I think the Forgotten Sons only got called up because they got hurt, which is fine for the Forgotten Sons. You know, we need a new tag team in there. Switching up a little bit. What do you think of the Forgotten Sons?
Rick, you're all. I was gonna say, Rick, you're all breaking up, buddy.
I'm breaking up. You're ratchet and everything.
The only thing I hear the whole time is.
I wish Mark was a 1995 WWE jobber and like he was just called the Mechanic, and he just came out to his team cracking his wrench on his car. Like he'd be in the parking lot. The vignettes would be like him in the parking, like fixing like Ken's car, and they're like, "Mark, your match is up next," and he'd be cracking his whatever's wrench.
You have some dumb name. It'd be like Mark Crackett, like the Ratchet Crackett or something like that.
Yeah, Mark the Ratchet.
Do you understand? I'm changing Vince McMahon's oil. I can't.
Oh, goodness gracious. Speaking of Vince McMahon, we might have the WWE going up for sale pretty soon. There's a lot of rumors around. A lot of rumors around. ESPN might be buying Disney. Or I know you've been pushing that Disney angle for a while there. You can't hear me at all, can you?
No, I can't.
I can hear you.
All I can hear is the wrenches.
I can hear a lot of things right now.
Jim.
It's all just bumper wrench noises.
Shut up. I'm almost there.
All right.
My name's Mark the Ratchet. I came to the WWF for one thing: to fix your car and to wrestle. I have a passion for fixing cars. I also have a passion for wrestling. So I'm going to do both.
Can I talk like this? Can you hear me now?
That's way better, Rick.
I'll stay like this. So, guys, the WWE, I hear it's going up for sale. Did you hear this news?
I have not heard that news.
I heard what, ESPN and Fox, or ESPN and or Fox?
I think it's and or.
And or, yeah, because ESPN's the one owned by Disney, right?
Yeah.
ESPN's owned by Disney.
Corey, it's your Disney thing that you've been pushing for a while there. ESPN picks it up, and it's actually owned by Disney.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's a prediction I've been making for like 3 years now.
Yeah, but you know what? It's actually bad, because here's the thing. It's bad for Disney, and here's why. As soon as Disney purchases WWE, every journalist and investigator and their mom is going to be like, well, are they going to be unionized? You know, are you going to give them health care? Are you going to give them this? Are you going to give them this? And they're going to have to answer that. So it doesn't make sense that Disney or whoever would want to buy WWE, because then they're going to have to answer that. Like, look, are these guys covered for this? Are you going to give them health care, pensions, da-da-da-da-da? Are they going to want to deal with that? I don't know.
I mean,
it might be worth it.
It might be worth it for them, considering like they probably, they can have 2 streaming services that are both bringing in lots of income for them. I mean, it would be worth it for them to cover the boys and the girls in the locker room with insurance and really maybe pay people what they're worth.
Yeah.
Regardless, I mean, WWE.
But then are they gonna have? I was just gonna say, are they gonna have like WCW? There was a long time where they didn't have wrestling guys in charge. It was just a bunch of like
corporate guys, and it ruined the entire thing.
Yeah. So
Jim Herd or something.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Who's to say like the same thing isn't gonna happen? Is there gonna be something in place like,
Mm-hmm.
It should be.
Like Triple H will still have control, or what?
Well, that's the weird thing to me is,
yeah.
Do they not have faith in Triple H running the company? Has he not like proven himself with NXT that he can make a viable like entity?
And also,
or does Vince just want to like blow it all up and just make as much money as possible and bounce?
That's a possibility as well. Because I don't know, man. I don't know if Vince McMahon is going to be that type of guy that's going to name his successor, or if he's just going to work and work and work and then one day drop dead.
I honestly think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah. I'd be surprised if Vince McMahon has a will.
I leave all my money to none of you.
I'd be really surprised if it wouldn't shock me at all if he was just like.
Says, Mr. McMahon, who is Nunya? There's a Nunya in your will. He's like, ha ha ha.
It's Nunya Jax.
Nunya.
He leaves like a video message.
It was just me, Austin.
Just laughing and dancing. None of you getting anything.
And the lawyer's like, okay.
This one's gonna suck.
Because I need to know that Mark the Ratchet has health care. That's what I care about as a wrestling fan. And Mark the Ratchet's taken care of.
Right now, I need to figure out this EVAP. So,
that's their first promo, right?
Yeah. I need to get around the EVAP pump.
Dude, are you guys loving Dexter Lumis as much as I am?
Yes. Oh my God, yes, he's great.
I don't know if I like him or not.
I felt the first way when his first match, but I've come to like him and his character. You know what I mean?
I did like when he came out last week to Velveteen Dream for no reason, and it like made no sense. I kind of enjoyed that.
Yeah, I mean he's like so quiet isn't the word for it. He's just like scary quiet. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I like that whole Michael Myers vibe.
Yeah.
The hell is this?
Well, his look is different too.
With the mustache.
I know, like when he first started the character, he came out like in a butcher's smock. I think he should come back with that. At least wear it to the ring. Like, nobody really wears the butcher's smock anymore, do they?
I didn't see this. Was this covered in blood or something, or what happened?
No, it was just like a butcher's smock.
Like a leather face?
Yeah.
I don't know. I have heard of this person. I don't watch NXT currently, but his name is awesome. Dexter Lumis is such a serial killer name.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
It's perfect for a Michael Myers gimmick, because Lumis.
You're right.
Yeah, I just really been liking the new guys that we're getting to see. Like I know like, even Raw, like they're bringing some NXT guys up. Like, did you see it was actually SmackDown like 2 weeks ago? Do you remember the Beverly Brothers?
Yeah.
The one dude, Wayne Bloom's son, was wrestling on SmackDown because he just signed to NXT like last year.
Dude, do you know who was bad on Raw this week? They got the enhancement talent.
Sitting right here.
Which one was?
Talent that.
Okay. Who was it?
The enhancement talent that wrestled Bobby Lashley, the guy.
What did he look like?
He was just some random ass like amateur wrestling here.
Oh, he wears like a singlet.
Yeah.
He's been on a couple times.
It was something like Duvreau or something.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah, I like that the Canadian tag team, the Montreal Canadian tag team. The one's name is like Martel, but he's no relation to Rick Martel. I forget their names, but they were apparently pretty big in the Canadian independent scene. They've been good. Dude, I already know who the next big star is. Is that Vink guy? Brendan Vink.
Brendan Vink.
His last name is Vink. He's kind of a bigger guy.
On NXT.
He wrestled with Shane Thorne. He's on NXT and he was off Raw for 2 weeks. 2 weeks in a row.
Yeah, MVP's going to be. I thought you were talking about the guys wrestling with Shane Thorne yet, but MVP now.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, I only saw.
He's going to be a star, dude.
so can we talk about
you called it with Austin Theory, so I can't even make fun of you.
Then don't.
What?
I said then don't.
What?
I said then don't. What?
Corey, what were you saying?
What?
Can we do a quick rundown of the ladder match, and then we'll take a quick break?
Yeah, let me get the old card here. Money in the Bank next Sunday, which I don't think we're. So I guess we won't do a show on Sunday. We'll just do the rundown at 6. I'm assuming the show starts at 7, and we'll do a pre-show at 6.
Okay,
that sounds good.
Yeah.
Maybe try to get Joe Gacy or for it.
Yeah, if Gacy wants to hop on, that'd be cool. We were supposed to have Joe Gacy today. It didn't happen. Surprise.
At least we got the sound of Mark playing with his nuts.
I'll kick you in yours when the next time I see you.
All right. First matchup: Asuka, Shayna Baszler, Nia Jax, Dana Brooke, Lacey Evans, and Carmella in the women's Money in the Bank match. And the men's Money in the Bank match happening at the same time will be Daniel Bryan, Rey Mysterio, Aleister Black, Otis. And it says here on Wikipedia, AJ Styles. Somebody let that leak because it's apparently
AJ.
Apollo Crews is out now, and they're going to have some kind of scramble match, and everybody's saying AJ Styles is going to win this. So it's not confirmed yet, but that's
because AJ's supposed to come back on Raw Monday.
So AJ's gonna replace Apollo Crews.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
And then are we in store for an Apollo Crews heel turn?
That'd be hot. I was upset Apollo Crews is out, man. He was doing well. I thought this was going to be a nice little underdog story about Apollo Crews.
It was weird. It was weird that they were like, oh, let's give it to him. Let's give him the United States Championship match. You know what? Never mind. Let's take him out of Money in the Bank.
Yeah. It was just a quick drop.
Right. What about his crying in the promo? His little tears.
Yeah, I thought it was fake.
There's a drink down there, Dad. Let me grab that before you hit it.
That's a good prelude to a heel turn is some tears.
Yeah. Start crying.
Dude, that'd be a great character for a wrestler where he's a sociopath and like he thinks this is crying. So like backstage after a loss, he's like, I'm really sad. And they're like, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm crying. They're like, that's not crying. He's like, I'm so sad. And then he's just like, all right, back to you. And each week it's just more like, I'm so sad. Like he just keeps listening. He just does this repeatedly. And then you find out he's like a sociopath.
Beats up people and asks them if they're going to cry.
We only got about a minute and a half left before we got to take a break here. So real quick, we got Braun Strowman versus Bray Wyatt, Bayley versus Tamina, Drew McIntyre versus Seth Rollins, and then the four-way tag team match with New Day, Miz and Morrison, Lucha House Party, and the Forgotten Sons.
One bolt to get out yet?
Yep.
we're looking at a pretty decent card here, I think. Running the bank.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a good show.
I swore all day that today was the day. And I was excited, and I've been asked to do 4 things today, and I've said no because we had to do the pay-per-view watch along. So I got to do some apologizing.
All right, we got to take a quick break. We'll be right back. More Rassle Rock. Stay tuned, folks. Maybe Mark will be done with his car.
Yay!
No.
I'll tell you what.
Not at all.
I don't, this is wrestling related. There's a rumor that Jesse the Body's going to run president as the Green Party. Jesse Ventura. He's got my vote.
Yeah.
Is he going to come out of
hiding
in Mexico?
I think we have audio. Jesse Ventura.
Jesse Ventura?
Talking about running for president, cutting a promo on Biden and Trump.
My fellow Americans, let me tell you something about Donald Trump. There's a dog that also has a microphone. Excuse me. I'm in the middle of a promo for president. Running against Donald Trump's going to be easy. If you ever, I can't get anything done here until, what's that guy's name? What's that guy's name that hates me? What's his name? I forget. He said, oh, I forgot about him. I wasn't even talking about him. Oh my God.
You should be able to turn it once if we can get the friggin' light.
Excuse me, if you could stop working on your car for a second. I'm trying to run for president.
Can you mute him?
I would totally vote for Jesse Ventura if he ran for president.
Yeah. He's totally a radicalist.
Yeah.
But
I'll get on her, Dad.
Yeah, I think he would definitely this year he would have my vote.
Absolutely.
I'm voting for whoever's third party, no matter what. So
yeah,
I don't vote for the big two. I haven't for years. That's my politics talk ever.
Honestly, I think Jesse would have a good shot at winning.
Well, Mark, I'm glad to hear that. That sounds more like Lenny Poffo.
Glad to hear that. Yeah.
I'm glad to hear that, Mark. Did you know I was a war vet? And I like to work on cars, too.
I haven't needed a car in a while. I live down in Mexico.
You're using the wrong screwdriver, Mark.
It's an 80-degree day. It's beautiful out. Might as well get under a car.
Be a real man, Mark, and take your shirt off.
Jesus. What are you looking for, Pop?
I'm tired of these fake mechanics walking around Philadelphia claiming they're mechanics when they don't even do the job properly. They use the wrong ratchet and they don't take their shirts off. These fake tough guy mechanics living in the city of brotherly love. You know, this city was founded on men working on cars with their shirts off. And you claim you're a real military war vet. I don't think so.
Half their shirts off all the time. I was a Navy SEAL. You ever think I wore a shirt in the ocean? You don't wear shirts in the ocean.
You think I ever wore a shirt? If you don't think I'm going to if you think I'm going to stop at Donald Trump, okay, you're as much of the villain in this country as he is. Now take your shirt. Dude, can you imagine just the Body Ventura as president?
Oh my God, it'd be great.
Look, if you elect me as president, I will have all mechanics working on their... What was that noise? That scared me, I'm sorry.
The weed whacker?
Is that what it is?
He's got a weed whacker.
Don't you own a house, Matt? Do you do anything in your garden?
I weed whacked yesterday.
Well, now we know that.
Yep. I don't have to tell you anymore. than that.
My wife is an American citizen.
Look, I'm an American. I own a home.
Take a break.
I'm a legal American citizen. I work on my car in my driveway that I share with my neighbor, shirtless. What were we talking about before? Anyway, that's something I heard. I heard there's a rumor he might run.
That'd be great. I would absolutely love that.
You have to.
You have to let it linger. One piece of news one last piece of news I want to talk about the Revolt, the new name of the revival. I heard that they happen to be they were able to get rid of their 90-day non-compete with WWE because they gave up all their trademarks, all the and the all that stuff. They were able to
go out for the say yes now.
Sorry, what?
What them strictly for you to do this bumper.
I got to mute you, Mark. I'm sorry. Sorry, Mark. I just have to mute you there. I'm sorry. What were you saying, Corey?
Where are we going to go for our say yes now?
I know. We got to figure out what the Revolt is going to be. They need some little stinger in the middle of their song for us to steal.
Say nah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I think it's good. With their situation, they really need to separate themselves as much as possible. So the fact that they gave up those trademarks, I guess it might hurt them monetarily for the short, time being, but in the long term, they just, because they were just jobbed out and just so not booked right that they should just separate themselves as far as possible.
Not only that, dude.
Sorry, wanted to see if it was still going on. Go ahead.
What's neat with it is like they were with Randy Orton in WWE, and so is Cody. Now Cody's running AEW, and they're going there. This is kind of a neat little tip of the cap.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
They have other trademarks as well. Now that they're the Revolt, they trademarked the Revolt and the FTR thing, and like they have a lot of new trademarks, so they're going to be okay.
Yeah, but it is strange though. So like with all this talent that was released, they're not all going to go to AEW. So I'm curious as to, I mean, New Japan can always use new talent, right? Mm-hmm. Since like a lot of their talent left for AEW, or are they just going to work the indies? Like it'll be interesting to see where they go. Because Curtis Axel was released.
Yeah,
that's
a shame.
It's like what's going to happen with him?
It's another guy that they never really used properly.
Fogs are out.
Zack Ryder.
Fogs are out.
Zack Ryder, Kurt Hawkins.
Heath Slater.
Yeah. Heath Slater.
All those guys. Heath Slater.
AEW already said that they're not picking up Heath Slater. Just out of nowhere. They just said that on Twitter. Wow. Heath Slater's like, what did I do?
I got kids.
Well, my whole thing is because New Japan already expanded into the U.S., right? So I think to get U.S. fans to their U.S. shows, it would be smart to bring in some of these guys.
Yeah.
This was turned.
Definitely.
We'll see what happens. I mean, the whole COVID kind of threw everything in a tuss.
Tuss, yes. Yeah, definitely threw a monkey wrench into the plans, but I wonder if Evolve could do anything. Like Evolve's kind of like an up and comer. What if they just pick up a whole bunch?
I was thinking if we took this
out.
out.
Evolve's basically run by WWE. Evolve is basically NXT's development ground.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't think they would touch them.
Yeah, probably.
But who knows? When everything's opening back up, who knows? They might rehire a bunch of them. Mm-hmm. You don't know.
Yeah, it's all for the short term, most likely. Like another reason why I don't feel bad for any of them.
Yeah.
Give me that nut. Where's that nut? Right there.
Okay, good job.
I feel bad for people like Mark the Mechanic. 20-year ring vet. Has a car, has a dad. trying to make ends meet.
I'm just a hell of a
They kicked him in
hand,
the butt.
man. Don't worry about it.
They
I'll be
kicked him in
fine.
the butt.
Good,
You know,
good.
what was that Dusty promo? They said, "Here you go, Dada," and
Here's
they
a
kicked
watch.
me in the butt.
Here's
Gave
a
me a
watch.
watch. They gave me that. Here's a watch. And they kicked me in the butt. I feel sorry for Mark the mechanic, who's got to explain to his dad, you know, that the car doesn't work, and the WWE kicked him in the butt, gave him a stupid watch. I feel bad for guys like him, the real American heroes.
Oh. Oh man, I don't even know.
Guys out there, the guys out there working on a car on a beautiful day with their dads. You know,
I'm not adding much to the show today, but
Oh.
you know what, the way wrestling's been lately, I really don't have much to add. I enjoyed Keith Lee this week, and that was about it.
Well, they had a couple good things, especially on NXT. I thought with the Newly Bros show, I thought was really good. That was a great.
yeah, that
segment.
was interesting. I thought the best, not to cut you off,
Yeah, go ahead.
but the best match I thought overall was Dustin Rhodes and Lance Archer.
That was
I thought
good.
they had an awesome match.
Yeah, I didn't even see that one. I was thinking about the what's the guy's name to paint his face that Cody worked this week? Devin, no,
Darby Allin.
Darby
It
Allin.
was a solid match. It was a solid match with a terrible ending.
Yeah, I think it went on a little too long, but I thought it was okay. I thought it was pretty good. There was a lot of solid matches this week, I thought. I love the on Raw the Seth Rollins Drew McIntyre promo. I was sick to death that I am of contract signings. And I think
Yeah, it's awful.
regular pointless, but I thought that the promo itself, I thought that was great. I'm really
Yeah, it was
buying
great.
really
It's a
buying
great
into-
build-up.
Yeah, so that's going to be a good match next week.
That's that Money in the Bank, right?
Yeah, for the
Yeah.
title.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Right now, they need some help. Their ratings are dropping like crazy with Raw and SmackDown. Holy hell!
Yeah,
It's
because
tough, man.
people are sick of it.
Mhm.
It's tough, man. Watching a match with no fans is just
Yeah, it's hard.
brutal.
All right, man.
I was watching old Ring of Honor matches this week just so I could hear a crowd. I watched the Bull versus the Kingdom with Adam Cole. Great match.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, like they're also in a phase.
ROH just
Oh, go ahead, Mark.
the problem
I was
with
going to
ROH,
say
I just think
they're
they're just. You go.
No, I agree.
Well, eventually-
Everybody's
Figure this all out.
everybody's in a phase where they're at a time where they're also trying to create new stars, and
Yeah.
you know, if people aren't watching and there aren't fans cheering, you know, it's a mess because they don't really have stars. You know, AEW, Jericho and Cody, and you know they're good, but like WWE's really trying to build up people, and which is good. They need to, but you know.
Yeah, but
Well,
their
the
biggest problem was for years they never did build stars. It was always about the brand, and that's ours.
Yeah.
And now they're realizing they can't do it without stars. They're like, now what do we do? And they try to build people, but it just doesn't work because nobody cares about anybody they try to build. It's too
Right.
fake looking. It's too.
Yeah, they need to reboot it. They need to reboot everything and make, you know what I mean? Like, that's the problem. It's like once people get, it's kind of like, okay, well, what do you do if these wrestlers do? Because they don't want to put their names on the marquee. So what's the point? And I think fans also realize that. It's like, oh, like, you know, as soon as they get hot, kind of cut their legs off underneath of them.
Yeah, they got to stop that, man. Like the
Yeah,
whole,
they do.
it's once somebody gets to a certain point, it's like, well, you're not allowed to be bigger than WWE is, and that was always like, that was always the case. Like with Steve Austin, like if they did that to Steve Austin, there'd be no Attitude Era or The Rock or,
Right.
or anybody like that. They
Yeah,
never.
they
Hogan.
were making so much money that way. I mean, they're making money now, but in a different way.
Yeah.
But that's why the smart thing to do is actually Jesse the Body was the first one to say this. Like, go be famous somewhere else, come back, and you demand more money. Because Vince will like you even more that you went away and came back. Like everybody, like CM Punk.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he could probably command a lot of money if he wanted to come back. Or look at Brock.
Yeah.
Or any of these guys. Like, they all left because they knew they wouldn't be able to get any higher in their new political thinking. And they left, they came back and got big contracts for like a couple days. Look at Edge. Edge is the latest example.
Mm-hmm.
You know, do you think he's going to have another match? He might have like one or two more matches, but
he's on for 3 years. He's signed for 3 years.
I haven't seen him since WrestleMania.
Oh,
Brother.
I don't know. I guess he's just sitting in the mountains of Asheville. You know, I wish if he wasn't wrestling,
counting his money.
I wish if he wasn't wrestling.
Meanwhile, guys like Mark the Mechanic, you know, has to fill in the gaps.
You know, I gotta put my bumper on myself. I can't afford someone else to do it for me.
Yeah, man. I don't know what Edge's deal is. I don't know if he's like he's not like immunocompromised or anything, is he?
No.
Maybe, I don't know, but that's my thing. It's like you came back for the fans. Go out there and wrestle. With the exception of Daniel Bryan,
everybody has families. Isn't wrestling? If you notice, anybody has kids, I guess they're just making sure their kids are okay. Like, there's no AJ, there's no, you know, all the guys that are family men haven't come back to wrestle.
Yeah, or they got laid off. Look at Heath Slater; he's got kids.
Kids lay him right off.
Yeah. That one hurts.
Well, Bray Wyatt's got a little baby, doesn't?
Does he?
Yeah,
I think so.
Had a baby not too long ago, last year sometime.
So there goes your BS theory about that and such.
You know,
another thing that
get back under this thing and figure this out.
Since we're talking about the layoffs, Drake Maverick was on NXT this week. Won his match against Tony Nese and is advancing in that cruiserweight tournament. Do you think that this whole thing is a work? We talked about a little bit about this last week.
I do.
Yeah, I'm getting to that point where I'm like, I don't think he was released at all. Or maybe they did release him, and they were like, this video that he put out there got so many views and everything like that. We gotta bring him back. Is what I'm saying.
I have no idea. I don't know what to think. It would kind of be crappy to other people who got let go, wouldn't it? It'd be kind of crappy.
Yeah,
I kind of think they're throwing him a bone. Like, you know, he was like the poster boy employee, and they had to lay him off, giving him like this last hurrah type of thing.
It could be like maybe they're making him work through his 90-day non-compete.
Something like that.
Whatever, man. If he gets to make some extra money before they get rid of him and makes himself a bigger star in the process, I'm happy with it.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, he's a good dude. I mean, he's a hell of a wrestler.
Yeah, he's not bad at all. I mean, he was on NXT this week, and he won his match. When was the last time you see Drake Maverick win a match in WWE? You know, did that happen ever?
Yeah.
I never see him wrestle a match. He's always just, besides the 24/7 championship, which all he was doing was run around his underwear trying to bang his wife through the entire storyline.
Yeah.
It was such a weird storyline. Like, I can't have a wife unless I have the championship.
I mean, that's kind of funny. I don't know. I mean, it was just a weird 24/7 title gimmick.
It was fun.
Yeah.
Guys.
Running out of some news here. What do you say we play some Who Wins Wrestling here, folks? You up for some of that? Anybody?
Yeah, let's do this.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, folks. Let's shine that spotlight on somebody that's gonna win wrestling this week. Who wins wrestling? Blah, 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 blah.
With the short,
Mark, why don't you Should we come back?
I'm gonna go with Keith. I'm gonna go with Keith Lee.
Oh, you're gonna go Keith Lee. All right. Yeah, man, that was a great match.
I didn't see that coming.
That spot when he picked up Damian Priest and threw him over the railing onto the ring.
Yeah.
That was nuts.
200-something-pound man.
How big is Damian Priest? Damian Priest has to be like at least like 6'4", 6'5",
He's
right?
like 6. He's like 6'7", dude.
He's
7. He's bigger than that.
Yeah, and that's the thing with Keith Lee. He's a perfect example of you put him on SmackDown, fans will get behind him. Like he could be a huge marquee name.
Yeah.
Big guy. He could be a big star, but they're gonna cut him off when they get him as high as they want to get, type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like he's like another example of that's what they do.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's another guy. They'll push him for a couple storylines, and then you'll never hear from him again. And it's just it's annoying.
I'm surprised they haven't put him on Raw or SmackDown yet. I heard Vince was like really impressed with him after Survivor Series.
Yeah,
Because he's fat.
Too fat, too much beef, too much
He's-
beef.
We only have Otis. We only have Otis. We don't need another fat guy.
is Otis is Mandy
sword.
Rose in the women's ladder match?
No, she got beat on SmackDown by
No,
Carmella.
she
I was gonna say,
lost.
I thought they would do the first ever couple, like Otis wins and then Mandy wins type of thing.
That'd be cool.
I think that would be. I think.
We're losing him,
And
Mark.
keep going with that storyline where Johnny Gargano are both title holders in NXT. It would be cool.
Yeah.
Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRae, yeah. That'd be nice. Would be a nice gimmick.
Triple H and Stephanie did it first.
True.
Didn't they do it? Oh, they did do it first, did they not?
Yeah, the Nick Helmsley era.
By the way, did you watch the 25th anniversary segment? Did you guys talk about that?
We talked about that later.
I didn't want to.
That was really awkward. It was really bad.
Yeah, I still don't know what the hell Vince McMahon was doing. I don't know what he was talking about with the gobbledygooker thing and the Bailey thing, and I don't know. I think he just lost his mind.
Yeah. They need to roll with it. They need to do the Vince just doesn't care anymore
Yeah.
type of angle, like have him on TV and just have him just like I don't care, but I don't care.
Just like, what if they did like a writers meeting, like a writers meeting in the room with Vince, and just Vince is just calling out some weird, just some weird stuff like Edge. We gotta bring Edge back, but Edge, we're gonna shave his head. And we're gonna call him, some weird stuff.
Like, do we still have Earthquake under contract? They're like, dude, John Tennant passed away like 6 years ago.
Oh, yeah, it's time ago.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about Otis like Cockmaster. Yeah. Man, you need to get I have to meet you. That is very. I have to meet you again. So.
The winner this week.
Mm-hmm.
I've really been liking AEW is like hit or miss with me. Like there's stuff I love, and I guess it's like anything really. There's stuff I love, and the stuff I don't like, I just choose not to watch.
Mm-hmm.
But like I don't really get into like the best friends or any like the jokey stuff.
Yeah.
But I really like that they are building some stars, and I'm gonna have to say that the Lance Archer, his match with Dustin was great, and I just think he could be a really big star. I think he's my winner of the week.
Yeah, I hope he's going into the finals with Cody for the TNT Championship next week. So I'm hoping that they put him over. I hope that they're putting Archer over.
Yeah.
Not just an excuse to put a title on Cody.
Yeah, so do I. I. I like what they're doing with him. I like they're doing with like Wardlow. They're doing a good job building guys up.
Mm-hmm. A lot of people are liking MJF. it's silly heel stuff that I've been seeing like for years. So I don't know why everybody's all nuts about it all of a sudden. I do like the fact that they're, I'm assuming he has to be at home for a reason. He's in quarantine or whatever. But I like the fact that it's just like, one time he cut himself shaving and he's treating like a huge injury. He's got a hangnail. It's a huge injury, blah, blah, blah. So that's kind of cool, actually. So,
yeah.
Corey, what do you got for Who Wins Wrestling?
It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I mean, I was gonna say Mia Yim. She went against Charlotte for the NXT Championship, the NXT Women's Championship.
Yeah,
and like, she's my old pal. I'm just giving a shout out to my Mia Yim.
She's your old pal.
Yeah, we used to hang out back in the day when she first was taking her.
The fog cables are still attached.
What?
Mark's got the table still attached. He's good. Mark's good. Yeah, man. They had a good match with Charlotte Flair. It's a little odd that they had that match before the Io Shirai match, since Io Shirai was the number one contender. But I guess as champion, she has to just pick and choose wherever she wants to work. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, it was a good match. Charlotte and me. All right, I guess it's my turn to go here. I'm gonna go Seth Rollins, because I really enjoyed that promo. I like the new gimmick, the entire new gimmick that he's got going on, where he's saying, I don't want to do this. I don't want to have this match. I don't want to fight Drew McIntyre, but I have to, because I have to control this company. I have to control the way things are going. I have to save wrestling. I have to save the WWE. I like it. I like that he feels that he has to do it. Like, I believed every word that came out of his mouth.
Right.
I thought that was such a good promo. So yeah, I'm going Seth Rollins this week, man.
It's a cool storyline.
Yeah, I'm digging it. The whole Monday Night Messiah thing.
Yeah.
Do you think?
Corey? Did you ask Messiah about Seth Rollins using his nickname, his moniker, Messiah?
No. I haven't talked to him in a while. So I mean, since Seth has been using it, I haven't talked to Messiah about that.
Yeah. All right, Corey.
Okay. I'm just checking out real quick the dude you guys were talking about, the Dexter guy.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Dexter Lewis.
And he was in TNA for a minute, and he also had a Dexter gimmick.
Yeah,
so he does like a serial killer type gimmick, right?
Yeah.
Is that what we're saying? Okay.
Yeah. I can't remember his name, like, that he used in TNA. It was like, the gimmick was like that he was crazy, and he was like,
does this have to come up?
he was trying to hit on Chrissy Hemme and talk about like how he's gonna murder her, and like get this real creepy vibe.
That's weird.
Yeah, he almost murdered Christy Hemme.
See if you can remember his name. I gotta look that up on YouTube or something. See if we can see some old things. Right. And I'd like to see that. I don't think I've ever seen that. Where he's just straight up gonna murk some people and just wrap them in plastic and dump them in the ocean.
They're just wires.
Hi, Mr. Callbacker.
Hey, he's hi.
Yo, what's up, dude?
There you go. We had your dad on our podcast now.
All right, well, we're going to pop off here anyway. We're going to...
Yeah. Mark, you got anything to plug man before you get out of here?
No, but if you want me to put your bumper on your car, don't ask. All right, guys, I got a wasp chase me. I'll let you guys go.
Later, dude.
All right, see you.
Hey. That's just like Lanny Poffo. Hear that ambulance? I gotta go. I got a wasp chasing me. I gotta go.
Corey, do you got anything to plug?
Oh, I just looked up. His name was Sam Shaw in TNA.
Oh yeah.
We got to look that up.
But for sure, got to look that up. Anything to plug? Nah, really. I mean, just consistently new episodes of my podcast, Evolving with Corey Castle, are hitting iTunes and Spotify every Monday afternoon. So check them out. And if, like I said, if you like what we're doing, let us know you exist. Hit that subscribe button on Rick's YouTube channel so that you can watch us live every week if you want, or if you want to watch along with Money in the Bank with us. Absolutely, something cool that you can.
Absolutely, man. Thank you very much. Matt, do you have anything going on, man? Anything?
Not really. Just wash your hands. You know, just keep staying inside. I am excited for Money in the Bank, so it'll be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. You gonna watch along with us, or are you gonna?
Are you doing a pre-show?
We'll do the pre-show.
Are you doing a Zoom during like the pre-show?
Yeah.
I might hop on for the pre-show.
Yeah, like we do with
because I feel like I'll miss something and then I don't enjoy it as much if I do like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you.
But I'll do the pre-show.
Yeah, sure. Why not? We can hit that, man. Yeah. So next week, no live podcast like we're doing now for the Sunday show. We're just gonna jump right into the watch along for Money in the Bank, Money on the Roof, Money up the Steps. Whatever you want to call it. So that's what's happening next week. And you can catch it on my YouTube channel. It's tinyurl.com/YouTube Rick Connor. And that's CONNOR. Go and subscribe on that right now. And then you'll see exactly what happens. You'll get a notification when we actually go live. That's about it, man. That's about it for this episode of Rassle Rock. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, Mark, for crawling out from under the car for most of the episode to join us. Chainsaw Joe Gacy has not been here. I'm glad we didn't advertise him that he was going to be here because that would have sucked.
Yeah, no advertising. Any guest that ever says they're going to do it, never going to advertise them.
Nope. That's why we can't advertise guests, man. Matt, thanks for joining us, man. It was great having you back. It was a blast. Okay.
Well, I got a moth chasing me. I got a wasp chasing me.
I got a moth chasing me right now. Yeah, this was great.
Thanks so much, Matt.
All right, that'll about do it for this episode of Rassle Rock. I'm Rick Connor.
Corey Castle.
Matt, want to say his name? It's fine. All right, so we'll see you guys.
Earbuds. Yeah.
We'll see you guys next week. Thanks very much. Take care now. Let's take it out like we always do with Mr. Nick Burke.
It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday. Join us again for another episode of Rassle Rock. This has been Jay Davis speaking.
It's actually a green screen. What? Oh, my God. All right. Thanks, guys.
Bye.